I think faded out because she's...
The Jews have survived to another quarrel. With prayers we have sung for 5,000 years. We'll tell you the tale about the town of Shushan. Tush on a cushion and give us your ears.
Your job is to drown out the sound of old Haman's name. It's that boom, stamp your feet. You can sigh over Esther to your eye. When it's over, we'll eat. So laugh, have a drink, and don't trip and fall. We don't want to get sued. If you hurt yourself,
Then the board may be raising our dues.
we go to the shul when we're feeling guilty. La 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 la, the rabbi looks sad when the turnout's poor. So come and be blessed with the sound of Shmoozic, and we'll sing some more.
That one there. The black one should go here. Yeah. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with
ABC.
When the Megillah begins with Queen Vashti.
Queen Vashti.
The first feminist just happens to be
Queen Vashti.
Queen Vashti. So the king.
Well, no, my dear. This female here says that you can go to heck. Me, Vashti, I will not dance. Got too much self-respect. So I need to run away, lamenting loudly as I go. Vashti won't put up with this drunk, and that brings us back to she said you can go to heck. Me, Vashti, she will not dance. Got far too much self-respect. So I need to run away, lamenting loudly as I go. Vashti won't put up with this drag, and that brings us back to no, says me, Vashti. I say no.
Anybody see a bra? Yeah, he has it. Armin has it. Armin, you want it?
Oh, so the king had a big ball. He invited all his ministers, from all over the 127 nations over which his empire reigned, and they all came to the ball. And at the ball he turned to the eunuch and he said to the eunuch, "Go tell Queen Vashti that I want her to come to the ball, and she should come to the ball wearing only her crown." Boo! So Vashti said no. Do I need to do more here?
Yes, you did. What did you say about getting a replacement?
Oh, and then the king decided. I don't really. Can you help me out, Richard? So the king wanted to get he decided that he didn't need this queen who said no anymore. So he got rid of that queen, because that's what kings do when they have queens who say no. And he created a big contest to try to find another queen. And he invited all the women to come and be in a competition to come and become queen. Are we done now? Wait.
Yes. Somebody's falsies. Wait a second.
Oh, here he is.
Oh, Mordecai, I just don't know what to do. I've always wanted to be a princess or even the queen. But how can I live without you, my dear uncle? Without Shabbos, without locks.
Now, Esther, Hadassah, you have to go and find out for yourself what your destiny is to be. But first, I have some advice. Hide that you're Jewish. Assimilate. Don't look for a mezuzah on the palace gate. Hide that you're Jewish. Don't overeat. Don't talk with your mouth full when the king you meet. A king with a name that no one can pronounce. He'll make you queen. That is what really counts. Hide that you're Jewish. Don't interrupt. Don't act like Barbra Streisand. Till the king you stole.
Brian, the girl we're reading about the plot of the eunuchs to kill
So there's the eunuchs, Bigtan and Teresh. There were two eunuchs. And they decided to conspire against the king, to kill King Ahasuerus. They decided that they would get rid of the king of the empire. But Mordecai overheard that these eunuchs wanted to get rid of the king, and he told Esther,
No, we're
go.
not up to that. We're not up to that.
We are. Okay.
Just at Ahasuerus.
Okay, I'm too
Tells
low.
Mordecai. Ahasuerus, right? Yes.
Rewind.
Mark's missing his script. Did you find it?
Got the whistle. Who's got the whistle? Too late now. There's supposed to be a whistle like in the movie, but the whistle didn't appear.
Thanks of what before their flock. You are very good to me.
Loyal and true, he gives thanks to you, and you accrue good karma. Mordecai, Mordecai, keeping your peace safe from harm.
Okay, so the king So in the next part, the king decides that everyone should come down and bow down to the queen, to bow down to the king. But Mordecai decides that he won't bow down to the king because he's Jewish. And Jews don't bow down to kings. They only bow down to the King of Kings, to God. And so they wouldn't bow down. Mordecai wouldn't bow down, and the Jews wouldn't bow down to the king. And Haman heard that story about bowing down to the king. You want to go on with the story?
No.
I'm sorry. Good.
Haman and the nuns to the tomb.
Yeah, they're coming in.
How do you say payment? That Jewish. That Jewish guy.
Okay, I know that. I'm Haman. I know. They're trying to tell me what to do, and I don't like that. That Jewish guy named Mordecai refuses to bow down. I'd like to kick his whole mishpacha swiftly out of town. If only I could trade this stupid hat in for a crown. I'll have to get the king onto my side. I'll tell him how they're greedy.
And they own all of the banks.
Invite them to a cookout and insist on kosher franks.
I'll offer to get rid of them. Oh no, I need no thanks. I have to say I'm feeling genocidal.
I'd like to say a word on their behalf. Adam Sandler, he makes me laugh.
How do you solve a problem like the Hebrews? How do you wipe a people off the map? How do you find a word that means the Hebrews? A pushy New Yorker.
Those people in Chilmark. A chap.
Many a time you're glad your doctor's Jewish. Many a Jewish lawyer's worth her fee. But how do you get respect or get them to genuflect? How do you get the people to their knees? Oh, how do you solve a problem like the Hebrews? Oh, Hashmeris, won't you kill them, please?
So, King Ahasuerus hears Haman's request to destroy and kill all the Jews, and he decides that on the 13th day of Adar, on the 14th day of Adar, which day of Adar? 14th day of Adar, all the Jews are going to be killed. And he sends an edict, he writes an edict, that genocide will be held, that they will completely wipe out all the Jews, get rid of all the Jews on the 14th day of Adar. And he writes an edict and he sends it out to all the states around. And Mordecai hears the news. Where's Mordecai? He's right there. And he's crying and wailing and davening and trying and chuckling and he's doing whatever. He's tearing his clothes. He's wearing sackcloth and ashes. And all the Jews hear about this and they're all crying and they're all doing sackcloth and ashes. And then Mordecai decides that he needs to go and talk to Queen Esther. And he goes to try to tell Queen Esther that she should intervene.
Sorry.
How about B flat? Definitely A flat. Same thing.
Mordecai, Mordecai, dressed in sackcloth and ashes. What's the deal? Come on, get real. I can't go to Ahasuerus.
Esther, I know that you're afraid to go, but this is no time for stalling. Adonai's a funny guy. I hear your destiny calling.
Esther! Where do we end? Esther and all the Jews, they fast for all the day. All the Jews, all throughout the world, they fast for the whole day so that the decree will be averted. For 3 days. 3 days they fast? 3 days they fast. What?
All you have to do is start singing.
Cream cheese on bagels and kasha varnishkas, corned beef on rye bread with borscht and stuffed kishkas, piles of arugula, flaky and sweet. These are the things that a Jew likes to eat. Nancy stuffed cabbage, Stan Hirsch's chopped liver, babka from Zabor's, I'll just take a sliver. Challah from Luba with sprinkles for kids. These are the foods that appeal to us kids. Not one small bite will my lips touch. For 3 days I'll fast. Then muster my courage and go to the king, though that day may be my last.
Not one small bite will our lips touch. For 3 days we'll fast. Then muster our courage and go to the king, though that day may be our last. To honor a man who has saved a king, what gifts will be provided?
Blue robes and a crown and a noble horse.
Haman will want to ride on, Here comes Mordecai, kudos to Mordecai, hoping it's time to compel. Right through
The square on a marvelous man. I think, Morty, you're swell.
Here comes Mordecai, curses on Mordecai. The horse wasn't meant for you. Zeresh, my wife, he's ruined my life. Now tell me, what should I do?
Totally unprepared are you to face the feast tonight. Wicked and mean and feared are you, but really not that bright. You need something bigger and taller, a thing 50 cubits high. Build a gallows, a freaking big gallows. We'll take care of Mordecai.
I am Esther, the girl you love, Esther. You know that you are my beau. But under duress, I have to confess, there's something you need to know. You know the Goldsteins, the Combs, the Nadelsteins, the ones with the Roman nose. Brightmans and Tollins, Hermans and Shufflins. Bobby, I'm one of those. Totally unaware were you, but now please grant my plea. If I have your favor, spare the Jews, and that means you'll spare me.
You need someone royal and Gentile. What I'll do. You are Esther, the girl. I love Esther. I'll pay and I'll
High on a hill is a lonely tower. Lady, oh lady, oh lady, who came in a high there when you see well, oh lady, oh lady, oh loo. Folks in the town will celebrate, oh lady, oh the lady, oh the lady, who. Now it is time for an end to hate, oh lady, oh the lady, oh the loo. Oi, hey, lady, oh the lady, oh, oi, hey, lady, oh the lady, oi, hey, lady, oh the lady, oh, lady, oh the lady, oh, lady. High on a hill is a great big gallows, lady, oh the lady, oh the lady, who. And then we'll hang there, yes, he shall, oh lady, oh the lady, oh the loo. Folks in the town will celebrate, oh lady, oh the lady, oh the lady, who. Now it is done, put an end to hate, oh lady, oh the loo. Oi, hey, lady, oh the lady, oh, oi, hey, lady, oh the lady, oi, hey, lady, oh the lady, oh, lady, oh the lady, oi, hey,
And so, Haman is hung, he's hanging on the gallows, which was there for Mordecai, right? Yes. Yes. Hooray! Haman's hanging on the gallows. And the Jews are not going to be destroyed, and the Jews are rejoicing and happy, and they send a decree to the whole world, to every Jew, even the Jews on Martha's Vineyard, telling them that they should celebrate on the 13th day. They should all I know I'm feeling shaky up here. On the 13th day, they should fast. But on the 14th day, they should eat kashavanishkas and gefilte fish and omentashe and send shalach manas. And they should give presents to the poor. And they should dance and be merry as we are tonight. Yes.
Shalom, farewell to him and say good night.
Back up.
We are glad Haman's hanging or impaled on a stake, and that Esther gets all of his loot. And up at the palace, Mordecai is in charge.
discussion and say goodbye
Camera.
to you. Farewell to him, say goodbye. Our thanks to Esther and to Mordecai. Goodbye, farewell, shalom, and that's it, the whole Megillah that she wrote. La 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 la. The rabbi says,
I'm actually at home.
goodbye, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, shalom.